served with global funds. Yeah, it's an NGO there to fight or manage HIV in Nigeria. If I had known earlier, this is the course I would have done for public health.
Wow.
It was difficult for me to really leave that job.
Oh.
Like I was faced between just deferring the admission and just let me work some more here. And the very day I entered the UK, the next day I posted my documents to HCPC. And when I make applications, sometimes I was applying randomly. I didn't even know that I even applied for some band 6 and band 5, and then I'll just be getting unfortunately. And then the first interview I had was a band 6. Like, which kind of problem is this one?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, my name is Quickie and welcome to another episode of Tier 4 to Success. Today's episode, I like to call it the NHS episode because, oh my god, also this episode is the career consistency episode because I've not seen anybody, unless she streamlined her links in that way, but really, like, I've not seen anybody that has had such a consistent career doing a particular thing. Please help me welcome Chisom Ogudo. Please, you guys, welcome her for me because today has been crazy.
Hello.
Okay, so let's talk. You went to UNN.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in the East?
Well, partly.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually born and brought up in the North. The only thing that brought me to the East is studies.
So was it like uni or was it?
Both secondary school and university. So I did both in just secondary school and university in the East.
What secondary school did you go to?
I was in mission school in Imo State and the University of Nigeria and Nsukka.
And you studied medical lab
science.
Was that what you always wanted to study?
I mean, that's what I wanted to study, to be honest. A lot of people wanted to do medicine and switch, but I'm someone that likes business, to be honest. So I always wanted something that would give me that room, something that I would set up and it would give me the space to do other things. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so you graduated from UNN Med Lab and you started working.
Well, I didn't start working immediately because we have to do our internship and then service. So it took me a while to get the internship placement, like 1 year after graduation, literally.
Yeah,
so
to be honest, that's a good that's an average for most people.
After the internship, I went for my service. I served with global funds. Yeah, it's an NGO there to fight or manage HIV in Nigeria. So in Lagos precisely, but they have other branches every other place, but I served with the one in Lagos, and of course just 1 year. And afterwards I entered the labor market full time.
But were you working as a medical lab scientist with them as well? Yeah,
because managing HIV generally, there are different categories, the part where they have to consult with doctors, and then the samples, we analyze the samples in the lab to measure the
viral load,
efficacy of the treatment so far, if the medication they've been receiving is active or is working, is doing what is suppressing the viral load, or if it's actually affecting their maybe organs, because most of these medications are broken down by the liver, the kidneys also suffering from it. So we tend to run those analysis in the lab to help manage these patients. Literally.
This is so interesting to me because I worked in a lab, but I was doing my IT then. I worked in a lab that the hospital was primarily for dialysis and kidney stuff. So we had a lot of people with HIV positive, but we never really did anything beyond that. They had to go to a different hospital for viral load and all those other things. But that's actually so interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
but it must have been very interesting for your NYSC as well.
Yeah, it was interesting, to be honest. That was what made me want to go further to study public health, because I wanted to continue in that field. Because after service I tried to apply for a permanent role, but they required someone who has a master's degree in public health. Okay. And I was thinking of doing it in Lagos because the funds of going to do masters in abroad. Okay.
It's very loud.
It's very loud, and then not to talk of UK is actually very expensive.
Yes, UK is expensive.
So at that point I had to start thinking, is it worth it or not? I mean, how should I go about it to compensate the whole expenses, the whole money that was going to be put into the studies? So I was making my research and I found out, yeah, I can do HCPC registration.
Yes.
And I can as well work here as a biomedical scientist.
Yeah.
So I had to start prepping the documents that I need. But before I didn't come to UK straight away from my NYSC.
Yeah.
So during that, after the NYSC, during that job hunting period, I was also like gathering my documents, getting things ready.
That's honestly the way to do it.
So, and also hoping that I get a job in Nigeria, or, you know. But along the line, I got another beautiful opportunity, I would say, to work in an andrology clinic, fertility clinic per se. Yeah. So they carry out the whole IVF treatment, fertility, any form of fertility treatment, both male and female. Yeah, so it was another beautiful experience. And by then, to be honest, I'd already like applied to do public health, and I got the admission, and I paid school fees deposit along the way, like, you know, but COVID came, so everything was like slowed down. But while I was there, I was really regretting that I did public health. I applied for public health.
Why? What did you want to now move to?
I wanted to do reproductive science now.
Did your school offer reproductive science?
No, that I checked, to be honest, but I assume they do, but of course the school fees wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, it would be
There's
different.
A big gap, and I'm already crying for the other one, so to increase the gap is outrageous. But yeah, it was a very beautiful experience, and I will always remain grateful for that. It sort of helped me plan myself or like have a career, you know. Usually it's just lab, just going to work in the lab.
Would you just be doing lab work?
Would you just be just a scientist? Like, what's there? There's nothing interesting really. Some people get bored of it and just move to other things. But yeah, working in that fertility really helped me.
Opened your eyes.
Opened my eyes, to be honest. But by then this is something I always say to myself, or when I'm talking with my friends, sometimes I mention that if I had known earlier, this is the course I would have done for public health.
Wow.
I would have done for masters. But I mean, how would you know when you haven't like been there?
Yeah.
So sometimes experience really helps us to navigate our life. You cannot really 100%. Escape certain experience, because I tested working with the NGO, and
you saw how it was.
Not like I loved seeing people with HIV, but for the fact that I was doing something out of the routine lab work, it was interesting. But to do something entirely again out of just seeing very sick people, but seeing healthy people, but in this time you're helping create life.
It's profound.
It was amazing. Like, if you can call me to come to work in the midnight, I don't mind. I will run go. I'll go there. Like, literally, my brother was sick because I was staying with my brother then in Lagos, and I would wake up very early, and then I'm running to work, and he's like, that's interesting. Like, you would usually like be dragging your feet out of the bed, but I mean, like, it's very beautiful when you see people who have been trying to conceive, and because you also played a part in it, and
the work you're doing actually matters.
Yeah, and then you see they come back maybe after a few weeks of the treatment, come back positive. You run the test and see this person is pregnant. Like, it's amazing.
Wow. And also breaking the news to them as well.
Yeah, it's really amazing. The smile on their faces, like seeing people who haven't conceived for years, not even just 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. I mean, it was a miracle.
It really was. And there's something I heard recently, not really I heard, but like I heard that Nigeria is very, very high in like the people that in IVF treatments and like fertility treatments. I heard that Nigeria is like really good at it. They have really good consultants and like specialists.
To be honest, I believe Nigeria's got like qualified people doing the work, because from the little experience that I had there, like just a short time, that was what helped me fetch my current job.
Wow, okay.
Because now I'm in the reproductive department.
Congrats!
So, I mean, I didn't expect it. I thought I was going to still go back to do some masters in reproductive science to get into IVF. But just that experience I had there made me, and after the interview and the response, I was proud of the place I worked in.
Yes, because you'd be like,
and I felt like, okay, they're really doing a great job.
Yeah.
they are really doing a great job, because when I was just saying things pew 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 during the interview, and we're like, okay. I mean, the interview ended up being just a chat. Like, we were like, they were not asking me more things. Like, oh, okay, when I tell them things, they would just tell me what they are using here. I'm like, okay, I was feeling so proud in that interview, to be honest. Even though I wasn't still expecting it, because it was more of a chat. I'm like, are they not supposed to be like asking me
difficult questions?
Yeah, why are we just having a conversation? But eventually maybe they've picked what they wanted, so other things were just like a chat. And yeah.
Wow, that's actually very interesting. Okay, so as you were doing the job, you then decided, okay, I've already applied for public health, this thing has already come through, so I'm going to have to go. And then eventually you came. So when you came to the UK and what was the transition for you, like from like going to work and like next day you're doing masters, you're going
First
to
of all, it was difficult for me to really leave that job.
Oh.
Like I was faced between just deferring the admission and just let me work some more here, and I'm learning a lot, learning to pick up.
Wow,
all those things.
That's actually pretty hands-on.
Yeah, like I'm learning a lot. Like you can imagine being between that.
Yeah,
I don't care about the money, I don't care about anything, but like I was really excited about the job. So it was a difficult decision until someone told me, look, I know you really love your job, but you have to make a decision. I'm like, okay. I mean, I have some few persons that want to support me now.
Yeah.
I should just take the opportunity
and zap out of there
and go. And when leaving as well, my boss said if after my masters I want to come back, they're happy to have me. And it sort of made me feel okay, settled, like I have a backup plan.
Yeah.
But the very day I entered the UK, the next day I posted my documents to HCPC, because I'm not coming here to chill with your good weather and get frustrated along the way. So I sent out my documents immediately. I said, oh well, since I'm coming here, I have to like get all those things ready. So I sent out my document the next day. And
so like, what did you send? Your certificate?
Yeah, because when you go to the HCPC profile or website, like you see all the requirements you need
for your course.
Yeah, so I got them ready while I was still in Nigeria. So as soon as I got here, I sent it out. I didn't even get accommodation, but I sent it out. So it took like a while for the registration, because they said they had like backlog from COVID and everything, people working from home. So after the registration, before then, as a student as well, I had to like enroll to do some of these care jobs and be getting some money as well to support myself, because it's not like I paid the school fees.
But as you've arrived now,
I have to make some money to support myself, pay the rents, and also pay some part of my school fees. Wow, I wouldn't advise anybody to work like me, but
like it has paid off, because like you have a lot of like consistent experience. I'm like by medical science, did you work with agencies? Like, did you know how like an agency will post you to the hospital? Not care jobs, like, but for laboratory jobs.
I think the agency work I did was the care jobs.
What? So all the biomedical experiences you have, you apply to the hospitals.
Yeah. So now you talk about all the biomedical experience.
Yes,
I'm wondering how many of them.
They seemed a lot to me. Like I said, they were like there were more than 4.
Oh no, not more than 4. No.
Oh, okay.
I've worked. Okay, now I understand what you're saying.
But
it's not up to 4 actually.
Oh, okay.
I did the care job until after my masters. People were telling me just try to be applying for biomedical science. I was like, oh no, don't worry. But because I asked somebody again, another problem you have, the money.
Yeah.
Because when you start doing that care job, you get trapped with that money.
Yes, 100%.
And then once you are supposed to like pursue your path, you're like so lazy to do it. But you need to start. First of all, start sending out your applications to really know your worth, or you just be getting unfortunately.
Yeah.
At some point when I see email like, I'll just be saying unfortunately. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, you're already
I'll just call my agency, I'm available for a shift tonight. Like, I can't kill myself. But at the same time, I know that I have till January for my visa to expire, so I have to like do something. I got one agency actually that helped me get my first biomedical science role here. Okay. It was not like a job, but it was for locum. It was through an agency. So I worked with them for 6 months. While I was still there, that was when I got my first job. like first permanent role that helped me switch from tier 4 to tier 2.
Wow, okay.
So
oh wait, so you've moved multiple jobs in the tier 2. It's not just you didn't.
yeah, I've moved from the tier 2. That's like I moved from
Hello. We're trying to get one tier 2. There's somebody that
no, it's just ones that I've moved.
She got the one that she now said no, I'm moving. Wow, okay.
There's this stage you get to like you just want anything.
Yeah,
I literally even applied for band 2 and I got, unfortunately, I was so pissed. I was like,
band 2.
I applied for band 2, band 3, like
for context, for people that don't understand, I did 1 year placement here in NHS working in labs, and as a master's student on placement, I was working band 4 jobs, band 3, band 4, mostly band 4. I had just one band 3 role. And give me her band 2. Like, I just want people to understand.
They did not even give me the band 2. I got, unfortunately. I was in that stage where, I just told myself, I need to get any job that will give me COS. Any job at all. And when I make applications sometimes, I was applying randomly. I didn't even know that I even applied for some band 6 and band 5. And then I'll just be getting, unfortunately. And then the first interview I had was a band 6. Like, which kind of problem is this one? I have not finished band 2.
Yeah,
I am not greedy. I just want COS. But of course, that was my first experience, and nobody really. And I didn't get the chance to. Not that I didn't get the chance. Yeah, I didn't actually get the chance because I was like continuously working 6 to 6. I'm done with studies, so I was just doing.
You just had to do the full hours so that
I was just doing full hours. Yeah, so I was just telling myself, worst case scenario, I need to just work up the money to pay for post study.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I was trying to get this. So I didn't get the time to like prep for the interview properly, but when they were asking me questions, I just say anything that comes to my mind. Like, yeah, if they ask me questions, I'll be like, nah, but I'm happy to learn.
No, honestly, it's never say that, oh, you don't know anything. That's also a very good. I feel like interviews are mostly like a test of you, like being able to just answer on the spot and just give them your replies, as opposed to like, I don't know.
But I think I didn't make it through that one, and I kept applying again, and that was actually my very first interview out of the many, unfortunately. Jesus. When you apply so much and you get unfortunately, it's depressing, to be honest.
It's very demoralizing.
You just start feeling, what's wrong with you? And then you see other people saying, oh, I got this job,
especially
I got this job. You're like, what's happening to your own world?
Please to announce that I have just been accepted.
I never bothered going to LinkedIn. That's why my LinkedIn was just like that, because you just put yourself under pressure, and that's not what you need at that point. But eventually I got one interview again, and I just told my friends, listen, I'm confused. Is this job a band 5 or 6? It says 5/6.
Yeah.
I'm like, because if it's a 6, I don't want to. I give myself a heartache again. Yeah. Kukuma just give me 5. As in, I'm not. And then my friends they were just laughing at me, saying, "Just give it a go. Just give it a go." I tried it, and I wanted to still go for my shift that day. They told me, stay at home, call in sick, just don't do anything, stay at home. Do you want this temporary job or this family? I'm like, let me not stay at home, lose one day now, and they'll still tell me, unfortunately. It was but I stayed at home that day, and I did the interview, and one thing I've come to believe is that what is yours, to be honest.
100%.
If it's not meant to be, it
won't happen.
Yeah. So, because I feel like I was my worst in that interview.
Okay.
Because some things they were asking me, threw me off. Just I wasn't expecting it. I jacked thinking I was going to get there. And then you just tell me, give me 2 of your weaknesses and 2 of your strengths, and explain. All those kind of things. So I threw me off balance, but eventually they were literally putting words in my mouth.
Wow.
So, and at that point, I didn't know what to say. I answered that part, but some other questions like that they were just putting words in my mouth. Okay. I'm like, all right. So I just said it. So after the interview, I was just calling my friend to say, oh, look.
Error.
I did this, I did that. And before then, he was always telling me, you believe in God, right? Because he was saying he doesn't believe in God. I'm like, yeah. So far, God has been doing everything for me. He's been making my path smooth. Yeah. He's been prepping everything, even. So he was always telling me, oh, you say you believe in God, so believe in God. He's going to do something for you. Stay at home. Don't go to don't go to work today. And I'm going to go to chapel to pray for you.
For you, yeah.
So eventually, he actually did go to the chapel and send me the picture that he went to the chapel. He's praying for me, even though he doesn't know how to. So when I was on the call saying, what exactly did you go to do to the chapel? He said he's not sure if he said in Jesus' name first or if he had to kneel down first. And I'm like, okay. So as we're having that conversation, that's when I got the call and I received the call. I said, I'm getting a call. Let me call you back.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, you had an interview today. I'm like, yeah. So how was it? I'm like, fine. And they were like, yeah, sure. And and we're like, okay, we're offering you this role.
My God.
So I didn't react. So I'm like, okay. And then they had to ask me, are you not happy? Because I wasn't expecting
you were
it.
surprised.
I wasn't expecting it. Like I was already used to.
Unfortunately,
like in my head, I'm just tell me the fast about it. Just tell me unfortunately. Like let's get to the next thing. Let me get ready for work tomorrow. And then they were like, we're pleased to offer you the role. I'm like, okay. You know when you just say okay, the person now say, are you not happy? I'm just short of words.
Yes.
That's what I said. But really, I wasn't short of words. I didn't even know. I was just completely out. I didn't expect it. It didn't dawn on me like, yeah, you just got a job.
Oh.
I'm
like.
So I just called up my friend like, I got a job, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that's how I should have reacted. I'm like, yeah. Unfortunately, will not kill me in this. Like, hey.
It's actually like a lot of the people that also got jobs. This is usually the reaction as well. It's like, okay, like I've gotten it.
Yeah,
it takes time to settle in.
It takes time to
especially after all the like rejection.
If you've got like lots of rejection, and eventually when you get a job, you would be shocked. And it's always that one that you wanted to give up. You know, I almost gave up. Like usually I prep for my interviews, but that particular one, I was like, oh, let's go ice skating, like, and they were like, I thought you said you have interview. Like, just leave it. I mean, I'm worst case scenario, you know, go study. I beg, just leave it. That's what I was saying. I'm like, no. And my friend was like, you're running because you saw 6 in that row. I'm like, please, these people will not come and kill. I'm like, no. Like, but yeah, I just realized that one you're running from
maybe the one
that's for you. So
was this the one that you then
switched? Not similar to Happy. Yeah, that was the one that I switched to tier 2.
That before you now got to this, the one for the fertility one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what was the?
Oh well, so I was working in the place. Usually, you know, you'd be so excited. You just want anywhere. Your first job. You just want to get anywhere at all.
Do the whole thing right.
So even though the people there, you may be lucky to be working with very good team. You may be unfortunate to be working with some people that it feels like, you know, it can happen anywhere. But yeah, so I was working there initially. I was trying to tell myself so much that this is a good place, but the truth is,
it was not working.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling. You know, when you actually get that job that excites you,
you will know. Do you also think it's because of like your history, like the way you really liked your job in Lagos?
Well, I cannot say that is why I was feeling that way, because why I even actually liked the job very well in Lagos, apart from the experience, the people there were really nice.
Okay.
You know, when you meet very nice people, you want somehow it will tell on you. You'll be happy to go to work. You'll be happy to go to work, even though there's nothing doing that day. But just that you're going to meet those people.
Looking forward to it,
yeah, you would be very happy. So, and I just told myself, nah, I need to move. This is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to be doing. At that point, I was even trying to get back to the city I was in before, because it was in a different city.
Oh, okay.
I was in Cambridge and I moved to Birmingham.
Oh, okay. You were in West Midlands.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I loved the people I worked with in Cambridge. They were really nice, so I was happy. But I'm not saying the people over Birmingham are not also good.
Yeah, but it was just preference.
Yeah. So it may work for other people, but that's not what I want. So when I went on leave, I told myself I'm not going back to that job.
Wow.
Whatever is going to take.
No matter the sponsorship.
No, I said no. Definitely, I was going to be applying to get to other place.
To switch.
Even though it's a band 5, I don't mind. And then one fateful day, I was just scrolling on
Indeed.
No, it wasn't on Indeed, on
CV Library.
Track Jobs.
Okay. Track NHS.
I just saw this. I'm like, oh, interesting. I don't have UK experience in reproductive science, but let me give it a go. Of course, they'll tell me, unfortunately, I just sent it anyway. Shall I? Let me just apply to tell my conscience that I've applied today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got the invite. I was surprised. I was like running around like, hey, I have invite though, and they said I will have to come there in person to do the interview.
And it was Manchester.
Yeah.
So you had to move from Birmingham to Manchester for the interview.
I didn't go. That's how bad it was.
Wait.
That's why I said anything that is yours.
It will be for you.
Really
Wait, how
yours.
did you miss the interview?
I didn't miss it. I didn't want to come for that interview.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, how will I travel from Birmingham?
Why can't they just do it online?
I'm like, no, I can't come. So I called them to say that
you can't come.
That I'm not feeling well. Of course, you cannot just say you can't come.
Yeah.
I wanted to cancel it, but I felt like, no, I need to do it in a better way.
Yeah.
Okay. All my friends actually knew about the invite because I always call them like, see these people send me text. I don't know what to prep for, I don't know what to say, all those things. And so I called. I said, yeah, I have this invite, but unfortunately, I'm sorry that I cannot make it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I said I can't make it. And they were like, okay, fine, can I do things? Like, here? Maybe I'm running, you want to catch me from another place again.
As you're running, be coming back.
So I'm like, okay. So when I ended the call, my brother said, how far? I said, I wanted to cancel because I wanted to see if I would just go to their side.
They just started doing the interview.
No, they said they'll do things. I'm like, okay, that they'll send me the link ahead because it was like 1 week ahead. I'm like, which kind of problem is this? I want to run away from this interview. And I don't want to. This, you will be under certain pressure, knowing that you know that this is what you want, but you feel you are not qualified enough.
Yes,
but you cannot even say you cannot really grade yourself until like you are faced in that situation. You know what you're capable of. Yeah.
Especially after all the rejection. I find that that's something the job system here does a lot. It just beats you down, or it makes you start thinking that, what was I even doing before?
Exactly.
Like, did I work
It makes
before?
you question what you can do, or On that day, because I have a baby. So
so it's new. Congratulations.
It was difficult to do my baby around. That's the more reason I wanted to even cancel the interview. It's like, forget it, let me just do something else. So I had someone hold my baby for like 30 minutes.
Wow, 30 minutes is what it took.
I didn't even have time to prep for the interview because you can imagine I was just
you'd be running around
with the baby, and then I can't sleep and then everything. So but surprisingly the interview they were like, oh sorry, the head, I was not feeling well. In my head, like, oh boo. I'm like, they were like, how are you feeling now? I'm like,
better.
I'm like, I'm better, thank you. And they're like, okay. So they started the interview, and we're just chatting, literally talking, and then we're just talking about things. And I was even asking them, what they've got there.
Wow. They will say this person is a real expert now. Like,
for some reason, I don't even know how I was able to that.
No, because most of the time, right, the people that are even interviewing you, they may not even have the amount of qualifications that you have. And it's not a lie.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a lie. Like, wow.
So just asking them the things, they're like, oh yeah, no, this is what they have. I'm like, okay, all right. So afterwards, they were like, okay, because I think I was probably the last person on that day.
Yeah.
Because I was just moving the time and like eventually want to completely cancel, but I was the last person. It was by 2:30 interview. That was by 2. No, it was 2 o'clock. So we finished by 2:30.
Wow, okay.
So I'm like, okay. Afterwards, they'll get back to me, whatever. So whatever the thing is, just tell me. I always do something at the end of my interview. I always tell them to, if they ask, do you have any question? I always say, just tell me my performance generally. That's what I just want to know, and maybe ways to improve, if you don't mind. Like, I'm hoping that it doesn't get to that stage. I'm hoping that I get the job, but if I don't, just let me know all these things. And they were like, okay, no problems. So when my brother came back with my baby, and I'm like, oh, I called them, just come back please, we're done. And I was with the baby, and then I got a call 30 minutes after.
What?
And I'm like, hey, this would not even wait for me to even eat, Seth. because I was microwaving my food.
Automatic rejection. You were waiting.
Yes, now because
when you apply, you get the email of rejection as you send the application.
I'm like, they didn't even allow me to warm the food because my food was in my microwave. This kind of while like this, I brought out the food. Like I took the cup. Like, hey, yeah, you had an interview with us. Like, yeah. That's how I was really responded. The person around me was like, just calm down. Like, these people should just take this thing fast now. Like, see me see food. Let me just chop the food straight away. And I wasn't at that point. I wasn't like, I really need a job.
Yeah,
because I already have a job.
Yeah.
It's just worst case scenario. Anyway. So I'm like, yeah. Like, okay. He was straight to the point. And we were like, we're pleased to offer you the role. Like,
wow.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, we're pleased to offer you the role. Okay, would you like to ask question like if you want to accept or would you want to? I'm like, yeah. It's a capital yes, thank you. Oh my god, like that was the first time
that you were like,
I was quite expressive with the whole thing. Like the first time I thought it was like, okay. I didn't know that they said it here. But this one I was so excited. I was happy. I mean, not just for the fact that maybe it's a higher band, but also for the fact that it's also something I want to like something I always loved. And to double the luck for me, at least the team here are wonderful. Like I just told myself, for some reason it seems people working around IVF has
good vibes,
good energy, everything. Like they tend to like carry themselves like a family working together. So
but it makes sense. I find that there's two places where people can bond very well, and it's either in like things that bring joy or like happiness. Like I feel that kind of environment, the energy there is good. You cannot be doing good work like that or helping people have children and be carrying bad energy. Like negative vibes will not be working in that type of environment. It's true now.
Maybe that's something you have to research on. But
I think that for some reason
they're really nice. And when I resumed work there, I was so happy. I don't care if it's tedious or something, but for the fact that I feel I'm doing this with a family, I mean, that's everything.
Yeah. Wow, that's so profound. Like as far you got the first COS and then you're like, actually, the next one.
That's why I said, above everything, it wasn't my making because I'm just, I don't know, it's just God.
And what are even the odds that is the type of job that you wanted? Like that's
I wasn't expecting it. Like I really told them during the interview, when they asked me why I wanted the job, I was like, I always wanted this to work in this environment. Like I was always excited about it, and when I was working in that environment in Lagos, I'm happy, I'm at my best. For some reason, like there are certain things in me that begin to show certain qualities that I don't know I possess. I'm a chronic late person, but for some reason, like I find myself getting up early in the morning and even trying to like exercise a bit and just stay fit for the day. I mean, it's not me, but those things, I'm happy to have them back in my life, and they were really laughing when I was saying these things. It was just as if I was cracking them up in the interview, but I told them, that's the truth for me, and I wanted to go do a master's degree in reproductive science or assisted reproduction, whichever one I was able to save up money for. And they were like, okay, fair enough, because they'll ask you what's your plan,
what your future plan.
So and those were really my future plans. Like this interview, I literally did not prepare for at all. Like I didn't prepare for because I didn't have the chance and I didn't plan to have it. But it went well, and I'm grateful to God for it.
Will you say that the HCPC thing that you did was a very big factor in like helping you get these jobs that you got, and like helping you apply for higher bands as well?
Of course, before you work in especially the professional areas, you have to be like registered with the body, and so far HCPC is the most recognized here, and even though they have other specialized ones as well, but first of all, get yourself registered. That's like the first step, and that was like the research I made when I was still in Nigeria. And okay, worst case scenario, I'll probably do something else if I didn't get the job in that field, but I just want to make sure I did everything that I had to do like I register, so that it won't be like you're not registered, because they'll always ask
you. Yeah.
Most of you will see the desirable
qualifications
specifications, like
your
HCPC registered, and that was it.
Okay, what would you say are like the key differences from like working as a medical lab scientist in Nigeria and like working as a biomedical scientist here now?
To be honest, both of them are the same. It's just the title. And also for the fact that there are more equipment, and the fact that also the quality management system here is taken very serious, and not just theory. Though in Nigeria we carry out quality management system in some areas, but literally for here I've noticed that from beginning to see, they just think about quality management, like making sure everything you're doing literally in the lab has to contribute to producing quality results. And that's a good a very big difference, but I'm not saying that's how it is generally in Nigeria, because the place I also worked, the last place I worked, they were actually ensuring quality results are being produced, and so far they had like wonderful successful IVF treatments. And
usually at this point I would have asked you if you thought it was like a strategy that did you have like a particular strategy that helped you like get the job, or do you think it was luck? I'm going to answer it for you for what I think, and then you tell me what you think.
Tell me what you think.
So I think that you were applying for a job, but then when it got to the one that usually when you see something that somebody is natural to somebody, right? When you see something that's natural to somebody, you can tell. And then when you see somebody that they're trying, they're forcing to fit into this particular mold, right? You can also tell. And so I feel that job interview was natural to you, but you had already been applying. You were saying, at least there was something you said that struck me. You were like, let your conscience just rest that you have applied today. So I'm assuming that you had been applying consistently, and so when the time came, you were in the perfect like alignment also with your past experience as well. And I think it was a mixture of like strategy and just I don't know.
Well, there was something I always do. I try to, when I'm ready to start applying for jobs, I don't just apply any random day and then apply another random day. I try to, and I advise my friends as well, if you have to wake up in the midnight and apply for all the jobs that have been advertised that day, not just all the jobs, like the ones that fit into your category, make sure you do that every day. So even though you're going to get 20 unfortunately, just apply 50 at least. One, just maybe target that one will give you interview. If you're lucky enough you have more interviews, then great. That period during my leave, when I decided to start making applications, I had applied for, I was reluctant initially because I needed to update my CV. So immediately I updated my CV, I knew that I was going to be applying every day until I get something. So that was what my plan was. So I applied every day, to be honest.
Wow.
But some of them I abandoned the application halfway because they start asking you further questions and I hate that questions like the trust policy. After writing supporting information, they will still ask you, following the trust policy, how have you applied? How have you shown care? Like I've said this 1,000 times. So I abandoned them halfway, but I tried to like apply every day. But I'd already applied for like, I think about 4. I got one, unfortunately. I got one interview. I did that interview, it was just a short space. I did the interview and I didn't get it. It was a higher band as well. I didn't get it. So when I got this other interview, I was like, that's why I was reluctant. So in general, I had like 4 applications, 1 rejected and 3 interviews, but I had to cancel the last interview that I was supposed to have after I got. But one edge is the moment you just have NHS experience.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah, once you have NHS experience, then it's not completely smooth sailing, to be honest, but not ensuring that you have the right experience, because they're also very conscious of certain things. What I usually do is, when you go through the job advert, go through their person specification, look at those things they are looking for. Don't just send the generic supporting information. look at those things they are looking for. Let's say they probably say they want someone who is flexible, someone who can do this, someone who has IT knowledge, or someone who is biomedical science. Or when you come to supporting information, you put down not just telling everybody I'm flexible. No, you need to like stories.
Tell a story. Okay.
You need to tell, as in express or write out how you're flexible. Like by not you shouldn't tell them I'm flexible, but tell them you're flexible in another way.
Story, yeah. Okay.
So things like saying, yeah, I walk this and that at the same time, trying to do all this, working out of hours just because there is this, these are ways that you can show you're flexible. And all those things are what I was always so conscious about when I'm making my applications. I go those things, and that's why when I make out those when I sent out applications, I was able to get all those interviews.
Okay.
Interviews, invites, because I didn't get the interviews, just invites.
Yeah. What would you say? Because I know it's not easy being in this country, and just some of the things that you have to do and some of the experiences, right? But what would you say is the piece of advice or something that just kept you going, something that you say if somebody was going through a tough time now and they're in your field, what's something that you're going to tell them?
Well, first of all, I'm a believer. So everybody, whatever you believe in, if you believe in yourself, if you have God, whatever your religion is, I tend to console myself with knowing the fact that I tell myself I believe in God and I trust that He would make a way for me.
100%.
So I always tell myself He would definitely make a way for me. I know I'm a bloody sinner, but I trust Him.
Trust God.
I trust Him. I fail, but He never fails. I fail in my own part as a Christian sometimes, but He never fails. The most challenging times, and even when it's not even challenging, I'm still thankful. And keep pushing. Don't even be discouraged with the unfortunate list, because what is yours is out there. Just keep going. It's not just it's yours, it's out there. You have to work. Keep digging it. You would get it. You wouldn't even need to struggle you've put in so much effort and every other thing, but because it's yours, it would align. You would get it. It would just align. You would get it smoothly. You would be surprised, just like I
was. Amen. No, amen. What would you tell you when you just arrived this country? What airport did you arrive in? Heathrow?
Yeah, I arrived in Heathrow.
Okay. What would you tell you that just you now? What would you tell you? If you go back now and you just see yourself coming out of that border and immigration side, you now come as far you're coming from now to the past to tell yourself something. What would you tell yourself?
I'm always lost. That's the thing. I'm always I can't believe it. That's how I felt that day. Nigeria. Oh God. And knowing the fact that there are so many things that were supposed to hold you back, but you just dragged yourself out. At some point you see your family, they'll be concerned, it's not good for a girl to travel without being married. It's this, and then you just tell that one person that wants to listen to you. I literally cried to my father and said, it's not I cannot stay back here, but do you rather want me back here and frustrated?
Yeah.
A husband will come when it's time.
100%.
Staying here is not a guarantee. And my life is not just built just to get married. No. I have other things that I want to do.
Yeah. Career aspirations.
I was literally crying to him, and he said every day he usually tell me that when he remembers that day, he just had goosebumps. I said, I have opportunities and people, I had some job offers in Nigeria, then a different job offer in federal job something, but there's this tiny condition attached to it that I thought myself, this is not the life that I want.
Yeah,
because I thought myself, the moment I started,
that's it, you're in the matrix.
Exactly. That's one thing I've tried to maintain. I'm not saying that I am the holiest Christian.
No, 100%.
Anything,
no, but I get what
I try to build myself around certain principles, and those are things as well that I believe that if I should start paying for my job, the job that I get, how do I maintain it? Where do I go? Where does it end? All those things. So I question all those things, and I just tell myself, I'd rather leave this country. So I literally told my dad this. I even pointed out, and then he was like, okay, just do what you believe. And within that, how many years, God was just the best. He gave me everything. He put me in the right path, even the husband and everything.
Everything just aligned and worked out for you at the end of the day.
And
imagine if you didn't trust yourself, or like you did not. Do you get like?
It's difficult. It's difficult. I was talking to somebody last week or so, and he mentioned that, look, he wants to move to the UK, but he's got study plans, but he's got this job. He's worried to leave it because it's a federal job. And I asked him again, how much is it that you're earning? Are you earning, if I should convert it to pounds, are you earning up to 200 pounds? No. You're not even earning up to 150 pounds in a month. And you want to, and you are considering it. Like, I'm like, you are the best person to tell yourself what you want. Because if I tell you anything and you end up here frustrated,
you'll be the obvious target for
but you need to like make that decision yourself. That way you will always push yourself to get out of any stage. Because if somebody else makes that decision for you, once you're stuck, you start calling the person. But if you make that decision, you know that you made this decision. Because when I was getting to the point that my visa was going to expire, and I'm like, I cannot start telling my people. Visa, right? The student visa. I was like, I cannot start
telling them.
Who will I tell? I mean, I was completely responsible for myself. Yourself, I made that decision. I tried, and then I just had to do something. I had to look. These agency people, I'm sure if they see my call at some point, they will just say,
like, do you
know at some point, the agency I was doing the care job with, like, they already know my name. Of course. Before I even came there in person, because the registration process was taking ages. It was in this country that I know that even ordinary care job, you submit CV, reference.
You're going to
documentation was something else. And they were taking time saying induction.
They loved to take their time.
I called them. Yeah, I got to the door, like, Stella. I'm like, okay, Stella. Everybody already knows. Oh, you were Stella. I'm like, oh my God, I must have called you people so much, like, because I told myself I didn't want to waste that time.
If you don't call them like that, they're going to drag. Like, they're going
they will drag, and that's what I always tell my friends. Like, see,
you need to follow up.
Don't just because they tell you that we'll get back to you. You relax. Don't wait for them.
Call them.
That's the same thing I did. Like, I had like 1 month for my visa to go off before I got this job. The first job I had, the first permanent. My tier 4 was going to expire in January then, and I got that job in December 1st.
Wow.
So, and usually I know how long this thing takes. I called their life. I called them, like, they were like, okay, but people are going on Christmas. They were like, listen, my visa is
expiring. Honestly,
I need to sort this part out. Lately, what I do when I think about my past is like, I wonder how I did it. I wonder where I got the courage from
to do this type of thing, to take risks.
But you know, one thing I've come to realize is that if you really want something, just put your mind to it. And because if it's discouragement you're looking for, you hear it
100%.
If you were looking for encouragement,
you also hear it.
So you just have to push through. You know what it means, like people telling you, oh, don't travel. Like I see posts recently, people usually make, oh, there is no husband, there's nothing. Oh, there's I tell my siblings, don't try looking at those things, my dear.
Don't look for discouraging advice. Look for things that are going to, because it's not helping you. What's it helping?
Make that decision yourself. I think I was telling you about the person I thought, blessing, you're not even earning up to 150. And you're trying to consider it. I'm not going to be the one to tell you to leave your job. But if your job is not going to grant you a study leave, you will still make that decision. It's either you leave the study and continue that job, or you leave the job. So I don't know what is your motivating factor, but I left my job that was even paying me up to 300.
Yes. And well, I just think that is a bet on yourself. I find that coming to this UK is very much, can you bet on yourself? Because you need a lot of courage. You need to have mind, and you need to be determined, because the kind of lack of determination and things that will just push you down that you're going to experience.
Yeah, to be honest, you
so
really
much.
get stuck.
Yeah.
There was a day when I went for that care job. I was dealing with mental care.
Hey.
They poured tea on me.
Hey.
Someone tried to hit me. I was just literally coming back and crying. I was like, God,
what the hell?
at this point I need to find a career.
Job.
Because you will be on that job and you be like, you forgot that you need to, you forget that you need to move.
It's very.
So those things are factory
away.
resets. Like, man, you come back from a job like this, you look like someone that went to a farm, that climbed mountain. Knackered is an understatement.
Yeah.
So I told myself, no, I need to move. And we had like a joint partnership business as well in Nigeria, because like I said, I wanted to do medical laboratory science then, because I want to set up. So I was fortunate enough to also like set up with someone.
Oh, okay.
Who is into equipment, medical equipment. So it was easy for me to really get it to that standard. And it was quite tricky, and the person is telling me, why do you want to leave? You can just manage this place. Like, you see, I had so many things dragging me down, dragging me back. Like, you can just be your own madam, just be there and then set things, push things.
All the experiences you have now, that place is going, the quality and the value of that place, it will over multiply.
I mean, these were things that were really like making me trying to like develop cold feet.
Yeah, I get.
I just told myself, nah, just do this.
Just do it, yeah.
Just change environment first and clear your head and all, but then, yeah. So anybody that wants to come out to study and is thinking twice, I mean, it's normal. You don't need to think that. It's normal to feel scared. What if you don't make it? What if you don't get a job? Nobody can tell you the job opportunities here, telling you that, yeah, you can definitely get. Nobody will be able to tell you
nobody
that.
Can guarantee.
Nobody can really guarantee that. Yeah. That's the word, to be honest. Because even while we were still studying, because we were hearing that people in the medical field, you have more opportunities. But while we were still studying, my housemate then was into architecture or something. He got a job before his final.
Graduated. Wahala.
So another person was into a different thing, and he also got a job. Like, everybody was getting a job. I'm like, I'm the one in the medical here, and I'm still like,
you're still looking around.
I'm still looking around. So it doesn't happen like that. First of all, this is what I felt. I used to feel somebody should have told me, learn to like do most things yourself, especially like my CV. I was always doing my CV myself anyway, but just familiarize yourself with internet, especially Microsoft, and get some information. Like, get yourself informed. You don't really need to wait for somebody to tell you, do it like this, do it like that. Though it's important as well to like get guidance from someone, but just make sure you have at least little information. Because I was just lazy to apply then, because going through the track and then doing all those things, supporting information, writing all those plenty things. But eventually, it's easy now for me, maybe because of interviews. You realize that what you put, practice actually gets you to almost perfection, but it's not like it's perfect, but yeah. But once you familiarize yourself with those things, it wouldn't be a struggle for you anymore.
Makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Would you say there's an easier way for somebody that wants to come for medical lab science to like come into this country? You know, you've come into this country, you know everything that you had to do. Would you say, with what you know now, would you say there's an easier way? And if there's an easier way, how would you explain it to somebody that wants to like come in as well?
Well, I don't know if I should exactly call it easy.
Easier, but to more honest, straightforward way.
Once you have a plan, stick to that plan. I mean, that's a way forward for me. Having a plan in the sense, if you're in the medical field, get yourself registered with the proper body.
Very important.
That's the first stage. And then start applying. Apply. Join WhatsApp groups that like will also like guide you, because there is a WhatsApp group for biomedical science UK, and they share some questions and expect all those things, like people join heads together and discuss things. So yeah, I mean, all those groups will really help the person, but saying there's an exactly easy way, everything follows procedure. When you're used to in Nigeria, then you can someone will just recommend you somewhere, you just had a job without interview.
Yeah.
Learn to practice those things. Imagine what they say, tell me about yourself, and then you just say, this. No, that's not it. You need talk about yourself, practice, sell yourself,
educate yourself on this.
Educate yourself, honestly, it's very important. So that's just the easy way for me, like having a structure you work with. And because I just told myself,
your plan and follow the plan.
Yeah, like when I told myself, I've done the HCPC, tick. While waiting for jobs, I'm doing the side jobs, I'm doing, I'm hoping that this one will click, and know that I've done my part.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Because you won't say, some people get it directly from Nigeria, to be honest. I have lots of people that just came through Nigeria straight away, like through job.
They're working.
Through job, yeah, and I mean, it's amazing. They are quite lucky, and it's a good thing to know that we have like. I mean, Nigeria has lots of talent. We can do anything we set our mind in.
That's not a lie at all. The type of people that I've seen, the type of people that have sat down with here, the type of people that you guys have watched as well. Even me, I just used to ask myself that all of us are coming from the same country. Are you sure? But okay, that's really good advice. Okay, we've come to like the end. So, but I don't like to close out until I ask you a random question.
All right.
Then I can allow you ask me questions if you have any questions for me, and then we'll wrap it up. So the random question I want to ask you is, if there was a particular time in your life that you want to, like if they say this particular time in your life, you must relive it and relive it and relive it forever. Like this particular time, this like you have to relive this thing. Like it's a loop, it's an infinite loop. Which time would you choose?
Is it my life here in the UK or anytime?
Anytime, any period in your life at all. There's just an infinite loop where you say, you know how when you sleep, you wake up, it's the same day. You sleep, you wake up, it's the same day. That kind of thing.
I have so many of them that I want to relive.
What's your best one that you say, okay, I don't mind living this moment continuously forever?
Even the day I go visa is exciting for me, to be honest. Like, I'm like, hey, because I'm always like a very... I usually try to keep my private life away from the media.
Yes, 100%.
Like sometimes you don't even know what's happening to me, even though. So when I have those exciting moments, it's difficult because I cannot even contain it by myself, and I cannot still share it, and I'm like blowing up. So I mean, there are lots of them, from work aspect to even when I was leaving that country.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, oh my God, yes. 100%. I get you. I feel like if they say from like my UK, if they say from my UK part of life, what part? Like it's not even my UK part. What am I talking about? From my whole life, I'll say is the day that I was also like I was on the plane. As per like I'm
leaving this country. Yes.
Hey God.
No, I mean
it was wonderful.
I mean, it's really a good feeling.
Yeah.
And then you get to that point where you say you got a job and like you got this other one. Like, oh my God, who am I? Like, what's happening? It's happening every day, and there's so many days. I cannot point out any particular one. I feel like I'm cheating the others if I'm bringing out one forward.
I totally understand what you mean. Like, I get what you mean.
So, what actually motivated you to start this whole talk show?
Literally job rejections. So I always used to I think I'm very resourceful. I've been told, like, and I always used to get jobs. Like, honestly, I've never been jobless in my life. Like, even when I was in uni, like, I always used to find something to do. Easter break, I'm working somewhere. So if you see my CV, it used to be very confused before I streamlined it. So, and I had worked in different places. I worked in startup, I worked in hospital, like, you get, like, worked in different places. And I came to this UK. I applied for jobs. I've been getting jobs, like, I was really good at getting part-time jobs, and like, luckily for me, I didn't have to do care jobs because I got part-time jobs in like maybe marketing with other experiences that I've had from Nigeria. Then I now finished. I also did 1 year NHS placement, so I worked in hospital, but I just knew that when I worked in hospital in Nigeria, like I liked it, I learned a lot. I worked in the lab, I learned a lot. But after that, I was like, I don't think I want to do this thing. But I was like, okay, maybe abroad hospital is different. Then I did the whole year in the abroad hospital, and I'm like, okay, I know for a fact that like I'm not into hospital life. Like the routine is very stressful to me. And I know some people thrive in routine, but for me and routine, we don't work. As I now started looking for full-time jobs now, everything started turning on its own. I say, is it me, job getter? No, for real. Like, no, you people don't understand how much like I used to get. I just used to Easter break, university Easter break, that everybody just go and rest. I'll say, no, let's go to this one. And it's not even because of anything. It's just, I don't know. That's just how like I've always been, right? So it was a really humbling experience for me not getting any, like, I have a job now, but it doesn't have sponsorship. It's a full-time job, but it was my part-time job that I just translated to my full-time job. And they're happy, like they were happy to take me on, but they don't sponsor. I don't even think they know anything about sponsors. It's a family business. They are like a small business, but you know. So as I was not getting anything, like I now started saying perhaps I'm doing something wrong, because I know that there's people in this Nigeria, like, do you get?
Yeah.
And so I now said, okay, where am I going to find these people? And so I set out. I went to Google first. I went everywhere, and that's how I started finding all of you. And I said, okay, you push, come and tell me what you did, and maybe along the line of me trying to explain to other people as well how it happened, I will find out what I'm doing wrong. And honestly, I cannot, like, this is the 6th interview I'm doing, and child, like, I really, the things that I've learned and the things that I will soon start applying, and I've already started applying in my day-to-day. That's why I started it. So yeah, that's the short story long.
Okay, because I was just curious. I was always just saying, why did she want to do this? What made her want to go about this whole thing? It seems she's taking it so serious. But at the same time, I actually commend you, because it's not easy. Like, I really wished I had seen something before that would really guide me. Sometimes when I see some videos and when I want to hear the actual information, it seems like it's been withheld. Yes. So
very much that.
And very sometimes I just get pissed off that I ended up watching a long video and then I didn't get the proper information that I wanted to. But
yeah, I totally understand. And like my goal for this thing as well is to talk to like as many diverse people as possible. So like I've talked to a lawyer, I've talked to like, so I have somebody in cybersecurity that I'm going to talk to, like just in different industries as well. So
it's very good what you're doing, and carry on. Well done.
Thank you.
And I pray that you are able to like touch people, reach people, help people find answers to some questions that they have. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you guys learn from it as well. I hope it helps somebody, honestly. Like, and I told myself, even if it's only one person, and even if that one person is even me self that learns from it, then maybe that's what it was meant to be. But I know this type of thing. All my friends are asking me how far the people that got job, what are they saying? I'm saying, don't worry, you people, I'm coming, I'm compiling it for you people so that we'll see. Let everybody watch it, because what I'll take away from this might not be what somebody else will take away from it as well.
So what exactly do people want to hear about people that got a job? Because
it's
what exactly do they want to know? Because I think this is one question I always ask myself when I watch people's video and wonder why they are not giving off that particular information. Felt like I have something I want to hear. So you being that you're dealing with people directly, what exactly do they want to know?
I think that people feel that there's one simple secret that made you get this job that you're not saying. I find that is what a lot of people feel. They may not say it, but people think that it's the same way with like people think there's like a fad diet that can just make you get, maybe you don't need to go to gym, you just get big nash or do anything. Like I feel that that's what it is as well. But this whole process also is like a lot of demystification, to demystify all the like things that people think. So now people feel, oh, you must be really, me personally, my name is People, because I thought, okay, global talent, you have to do your degree, do this one, and here's somebody telling me I don't even have, like, I literally don't have a degree, and I've been paid $3,000 a month when I was still in Nigeria. And I'm just like, people did this world, man. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And so I feel explaining to people that this person is like you and me, as far we're just sitting down. The only difference is maybe the strategy this person applied. I had somebody that said to me that they already started checking UK job shortage list to know the masters they were applying for. It's not anything about passion or anything. They needed to know the careers that were in shortage so that they will apply for it, so that when they finish, they know that their chances are a bit higher than a normal person that goes for a passion job or a passion course, that kind of thing. And so it's just different things like that make people different. Also, like, a lot of these people as well that I've sat down with have track record. So you can see that this person has always been a pace setter, or this person has always been a hustler, or this person has always been entrepreneurial, or something like that. They didn't just come and just relax. And so if you are lax, you're already seeing that you and them are not looking.
Well, yeah, that's true, to be honest, because like I said, if you didn't motivate yourself, like, no amount of motivation from another person will really do the work.
100%.
Because you need to tell yourself, yeah, you need to do you know, when I was doing those jobs, it was not easy. I hated it, especially the mental care, when I know that I'm going to be on my toes all the time, walking behind someone that would likely hit me anytime. It's not what I want.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's very funny.
But yeah, it wasn't something that I want to do for a long time, or I want anybody to do for a long time, except the person is really like, some people like really go into mental care full time. Yeah, they probably want it. But if that's a temporary job for anybody, then the person must be able to like prepare his or her mind that he's not going to be lying on a bed of roses without the tongues not like hitting you hard.
No, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's doable, to be honest. It's really doable. And sometimes when we see job applications, so many things they wrote there, you feel like, oh God, this is too much.
I don't have this skill. I don't know.
Yeah, just go for it. Just try. It may even be that one that you think you're not even qualified for, that is yours. So just keep applying. There is no, don't say that because I'm not in the medical field, I'm at disadvantage. No. Keep applying. You may even be the most preferred in what you're doing. Learn a skill. People always say learn a skill.
Yeah.
I can make hair. How many times did I even eventually make the hair? Everybody in UK have learned how to make their hair themselves. So, I mean, learn a skill that you can really put into work somewhere. Even though, I mean, you can learn how to make your hair, pop your hair, but how many times will you really do that out there? But skills like things that, because the only thing that really helped me land this job is for the fact that I was able to I've ever worked in an andro clinic.
Yes. That's a very specialized skill.
And that was just what they got their interest. And they kept asking me that part, and it was like, we're just having a gist, and I asked, okay, what do you guys have there? So just develop yourself. If you really want to learn how to make hair, fine, and you think this is something you would really go and work in a professional way with it, fine, learn it properly. If you want to learn the barbing or learn any skill, learn it really properly, that you can put it into use anywhere.
Monetize it as well in this country. No, because I feel that people that struggle when they come to this UK are usually people that are not really, I will not say not used to responsibility or something like that. Like, if you are useless, I don't mean this in a harsh way, like, if you're not doing anything in Nigeria, if you come here too, it's not magic. You get, like, you need something to build upon. Like, before you can tell them take a chance on me, you need to be showing them that, oh, see all the things that I did before, now, like, take a chance on me. You will have more confidence. Like, now, if she hadn't worked in the clinic that she worked in previously, she wouldn't have had the just comfort and the confidence to speak about it for the new job. So just no matter where you are, honestly, I'm a big believer, no matter where you are, just be getting jobs. Like, take it from me that had useless jobs. Like, I've not gotten a job, but I know that I'm going to get something. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know that I'm going to get something at the end. But I was just doing the most random stuff in Nigeria, and everything is important. If you're in uni, if they are doing volunteer, just volunteer. How many minutes will it take you? Like, honestly, how many minutes is it going to take? Like, highest an hour, you go, it has entered your CV.
Yeah, like, never stay without a job, because you see that employment gap will always be a problem sometimes. Like, explaining what you were doing that period. Like, you don't want to be going through that all the time with all these employers. So no matter how little or whatever it is, try to be doing something.
Yeah.
So long as you think you want to come over here and you want to work as well, so just try to be working. Don't leave any employment gap, because Yeah, those things could actually, it matters. It contributes to, it gives you, it may be that stupid job that you think you just want to use to pass time.
Yeah.
That would land you what you want.
Your main job. Yeah.
So just try to be doing something. There's no particular pathway to it. Apply. When you apply, make sure you read this person's specification or whatsoever that is there, and follow it. Make sure you're putting in your supporting information, because what we do now is just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste. I mean, I also did copy and paste.
Even me too.
But yeah, like with time I started modifying it to really suit me. Yes. Like, this is me. I started making it out to be me. So yeah, just try if you can. Make sure your supporting information is like you're talking to a human being. Some people make their supporting information look like it's a robot, and to be honest, these people don't want to be working with the robots. They want to be working with a human being. Yeah. They don't want to be working with someone that's like, you can do this, you can do that. You can like ensure that you are a human being, you are friendly. They want to see those parts as well in your supporting information. You can work with a team. You are a cheerful person. You know, you like to put heads together. They like to see all those things in, because
personality. Yeah,
so far the two jobs I've got so far is literally based on personality. Yeah. That's what I can make out of
core, it. Yeah,
it's based on personality. When they asked your weakness and your strength, I was like, I think my weakness, my strength. I told them my strength and my weakness are literally the same thing. And they were like, please explain.
Yeah,
I was also lost because I was just spewing bullshit at that point. I was like, why did you throw me off balance? But my strength was being patient. And that also sometimes becomes my weakness, because I become patient with things, and when I'm supposed to react about something and I don't react about it because I'm being patient, a damage could happen. So it has ended up being a weakness.
Yeah.
It was my truth, but it sounded like bullshit when I said it before. Yeah. But when I was explaining it, and we're like, makes sense to them.
And it makes sense. It actually makes sense. I was waiting for you to explain it, because I was like, okay.
Even me, when I said it, I was like, in my head, when did I say explain? Like, hey, what did you say?
God,
I'm like, hey, what did you say? How is it your weakness? I'm like, yeah, I know on several occasions I would have reacted to something, but I didn't react because I was patient. Okay. And then a problem happened. Everybody's expression, you
honestly,
really
it would be like, wow, because they probably haven't heard that sort of word. It's true. And now me, I've never even heard it. It'd be like, I will scope this one to make it. I'll be like, yeah, my weakness is my strength.
Away.
But yeah,
oh my God, but yeah, above all, I'd always say, keep praying, put God first. 100%. He will show you the way.
100%. Well, okay. The last thing is, do you want to be found? And if you want to be found, where can my audience find you? If you don't want to be found, it's okay. They will take this one and go.
They can always find me through you.
No, like, do you want me to put like, oh, maybe your LinkedIn handle or your, I don't know, do you have any other things? Or do you have a business you want to plug? Do you have anything like, you know?
Oh, well, we just have a diagnostic lab in Nigeria at the moment. And yeah. But we don't even have a social media, an active social media page, because the one we have is like dormant for years. Okay. But otherwise, I'm yet to set up my personal business, which is cooking soon.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, because I'm never without a job. When you were saying that about yourself, I'm like, she doesn't even know me. I'm like, oh no, you don't even know me. I'm always doing something. From my first year in the university, I was a regular photographer. I go to class with my camera. I mean, people that know me would know that I'm not lying about it. I go to class with my camera, and then afterwards, everybody that knows my business will come patronize me. Okay, we'll be in the lab. I'm like, my mates are working, and I'm taking pictures of them. Like, I like gathering memories. Yeah, I was always busy doing something, so I'm cooking up.
Okay, so if she has cooked it up by the time this thing is coming, I'll ask her again. If she has, then I'll put the handle for you people here. But if not, like, yeah, people have seen her here. Take it or leave it.
So if you are planning to come out just come out, take the risk. To be honest,
100%.
it's worth it. It will still, even though it's the most stupid job, people complain on social media, say tax, this, tax. Let me ask them one question. I always want to ask them one question. After that tax, that money you're still holding, do you used to make it when you were in Nigeria?
Never. God.
You know, I just say, don't discourage people. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine and good. The taxes. I'm not saying lie to people that it's a bed of roses,
Yeah.
but instead, don't even say anything. Just let people. Everybody should come and experience what's.
Or if you're even telling them the bad things, be sure to tell them the good parts as well, because it's not balanced. You keep telling people discourage me. Tell them the good ones that are still keeping you here.
Don't be discouraged, and about people that are worried about coming to study because they feel they wouldn't have a husband or wife.
Yeah.
All those things. Let me tell you one thing I've come to realize is that everything falls in place in its time. You could be there holding yourself back because you think your life ends when you're going to get married. Maybe the person you're supposed to marry is out here. You just need to be busy with your life, keep developing yourself. You guys are going to meet. And yeah, the magic will happen.
I've heard it here. Thank you very much for coming.
Maybe one day you also meet. Are you married?
I'm not married.
Yeah, I'm sure you will meet. You will interview your. Because I'm a woman. If I was a man now, I would have said, "Hey, way."
Please don't kill me. But let's be watching and let's keep praying. Thank you so much for coming. Like, you're really like. Thank you. I know that it couldn't have been easy for you to come. Also, you don't know me. Like, I just messaged you out of the blues. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for like sharing with us like your journey and like the experiences, and also giving us advice as well. So for people that want to like that are medical lab scientists, people that are looking to come to this country as well as medical lab scientists, I hope you have learned a thing or two from here. If you have anybody that you want me to interview next or speak to next, just recommend them in the comments below, and you don't know, they may be the next guest. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye.